Hey guys, Gary Grate here, Charles Gracie Academy, Reno. Welcoming Corey Burrows back from his move, how long ago?
4 years.
Yeah, gone for 4 years, he's back. Still a brown belt.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Anyway, going over some cross-side kind of setups and some couple simple attacks this week. So, a couple little things that are important again on these videos. Not that we skip a lot of details, we just don't get into a lot of details because there's not time. So anyway, from cross-side here, again, on this, I like to use this S grip for this. I'm sitting out, again, keeping my head, posture, and everything down here. And then what I'm doing, I'm gonna start cranking on his neck here with this arm. And what I'm gonna do when I do, I don't wanna make sure I come up, and I wanna make sure I don't go across, so I don't get rolled and create space. So I'm gonna swing my head down towards his hips, and you can see it's already putting pressure on his neck here, and then I'm sliding my elbow out here and cranking it just enough to where when he pushes, it comes off, okay? And I'm setting that up. So I swing down here, I push, and as he pushes, I step. As soon as I step over here, this foot flat, and I quickly squeeze my Achilles tendon into his neck and my knee to my heel, so he's trapped, okay? And I have this arm here, okay? From here, you can stay here if you want to try to strike and attack, but it's not a great spot to stay here. You all right? Mm-hmm. It's not a great spot to stay too long. So what I want to do from here, as soon as I clamp this down, I'm going to cycle this leg underneath his head. You got to be really careful your leg doesn't do this and go out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive my head towards the mat so that I can lift his upper body up and put my leg under his neck here. Then this pushes away, and I have a bunch of attacks. I can triangle here. I can straight arm lock here. Wrist locking this is really easy because it's hard for him to hide this arm, okay? I can even come up in here and attack a Kimura this way. If you happen to miss this arm when you get here, you can attack an Americana here, which works without even having it flat on the mat. So you got a whole bunch of attacks right there to do, okay? I suggest not stopping there when you get that. Try to go right to the triangle hold. It's nice because the guy's never going anywhere, and you can sit there and strike him all day long too if you're fighting or something. So the second one is I'm here. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm sitting out, okay? And when I sit out, I want to bring this arm quickly in here to my ribs. I'm just trying to get it inside of his arm before he starts digging his elbow in and trimming. So I'm trying to block his arm for a second. And I'm just making a little snake cobra here out of my arm. So I sit out, chamber my arm to here, and make a little flipper. And then all I'm doing here, I just quickly step over this arm. And once I step over it, you'll notice I'm here. Squeeze your knees together. What happens, I have his arm trapped, yes, but it's not that hard for him to move, especially sweaty, and pull that elbow out of there. So when he starts to move away, he'll start pulling that arm out. So as soon as you come here, get your elbow in, okay, trap it. If I don't do this, he might go around my arm and get back inside and then get an underhook again, etc., etc. So make sure you do this. So when he tries to get that arm out, I catch. Boom. As soon as you do this, squeeze your knees together, switch your feet, bottom leg in front like this. And see what it does to his shoulder? He lifts that shoulder up, so now when he tries to pull his elbow out, it's blocked a lot, and it's a lot tighter. This, still squeezing, but there's some space. If I do this, it blocks it a lot. Okay, and again, my posture is only up here because I'm talking. So I should be down here like this when I switch. From here, again, same thing. Strikes, chokes, whatever. You can start setting up Americanas, Kimuras, arm bars, etc. Or here, same thing. Triangle this way, arm locks, arm locks, arm locks. Beat the hell out of them, etc., etc. Okay. The other version of this you can do, everything's the same. I'm just not going to stop there. I'm going to sit out, come here, and go just really quick. Okay, straight underneath it. But make sure your leg doesn't go out here. Make sure it goes here, and then push both legs away so your triangle's there. But I like to come here and then switch, and then weather the storm a little bit. He tries to roll you, whatever you're trying to do, and then take your time. Make sure you have this arm trapped, whatever you're doing. Okay. Second one. The third one is the same setup here. Bring my arm inside, but now I'm going to keep this, as he tries to get out, I come here and I bring my knee inside. So I just bring my knee here, if I can catch his elbow, and I drive it to the ground here. And then right here, I can come back to here and start attacking if I want. So I can play with chokes, I can play with all my arm attacks. What he'll usually try to do is try to get this arm out. And when he tries to get it out, all I'm going to do is I'm going to windshield wiper this. So he goes to get out, I cross, and then I switch. He tries to get out that way, cross, and I switch. Make sure you cross your feet. You're not doing this. Okay? Make sure you go back underneath there. Make sure you do this. Go here. Okay? Now once I get it trapped on the bottom leg, I'm free also to do this to set up, or just to simply do this. Set up your arm bars, Kimuras, wrist locks, Americanas, all that same thing. So then the fourth version of the same thing, same animal, sit out, arm in, trap, bring my knee inside, but this time when I drive it down, I hang onto this wrist, here, and just keep it pinned right here. And all I'm doing, this hand, I just keep it pinned right here to my butt, and I lean forward and lift his elbow up. This knee, windshield wipers under his arm this time. And then I sit back a little bit. If I sit all the way back and he tries to pull his arm out, it's pretty stuck. But I'm not gonna do that. I just sit back a little bit just to put pressure on him. He tries to pull his arm out. I'm pretty free about taking my time, setting up everything again. And then again, this leg's on top. It's pretty easy to do whatever I'm gonna do and set up all my submissions from there. So that's pretty much it. Next week we'll do a bunch more submissions from there. Kind of go from there. But anyway, that's it. Corey, welcome back.
It's good to be back.
BJJReno.com.